There are days that completely shift the trajectory of a franchise, and today feels like one of those pivotal moments for the New England Patriots. Locker room secrets are finally leaking out, and some major roster moves are about to leave the fans in total shock. The atmosphere is heavy, and every single detail matters as we fight to get back to the top. You are not going to believe what we have on deck today. So grab a seat, smash that like button, and let's get right into the news. Make sure to subscribe, because we are closing in on 1,000 subscribers, and only the real diehard fans are part of this winning squad. You know, there are moments where you stop and realize that the fate of a team can change in seconds, in the blink of an eye, or during one desperate scramble. When we talk about the future, the only name on anyone's lips in Foxboro is Drake Maye. There is a certain mystique growing around this kid that reminds us of those days, when it felt like nothing was impossible. A lot of people look at the standings or check the box scores, but anyone who actually knows football understands that what this kid did last season was a clear sign that our rebuild finally has a foundation we can lean on. There was that one specific play, a moment where time stood still against the Tennessee Titans, where Maye showed he isn't just a big arm. He has a heart that beats for winning. He scrambled for nearly 12 seconds, shaking off giants who wanted to bury him at any cost, keeping his eyes downfield until he found Ramondre Stevenson in the back of the end zone. That touchdown wasn't just an equalizer. It was a message to the entire league that the New England Patriots have a new general. The craziest part is that play left such a mark on the opposition that even the guys on the other side felt the impact. Our new safety, Mike Brown, who was actually out there defending the Titans that day, recently admitted that players were talking about it nonstop. Brown felt firsthand what it's like to try and contain a generational talent, and now that he's on our side, he brings a hell of a strategic perspective. He mentioned that trying scout against Maye was a total nightmare, and seeing his leadership up close in training every day just confirms we're looking at something special. Mike Brown didn't end up here by accident. He smelled the winning culture being restored. He mentioned that being in this building confirms everything he thought about the organization. Hard work, high IQ, and pushing your body to the limit. And of course, having Mike Vrabel back in the building as a heavy hitter on the staff was the clincher for him. That do the little things right mentality is coming back in a big way. And Brown wants to be the anchor of a defense that promises to give nobody a break. If you think he's the only veteran who heard the calling to come to our sacred ground, get ready, because the list of guys who want to wear this jersey is growing in a way nobody expected. The familiarity of a place that breathes championships attracts anyone hungry for a ring. And that is exactly what we are seeing with Kevin Byard. He didn't need a fancy pitch or empty promises. He just felt like New England was the place where his career should catch fire again. Byard knows the culture here is just built different, that the building has an energy very few NFL franchises can replicate. But while some guys are arriving to toughen up the room, the trade market is throwing us some curveballs that leave every fan with a knot in their stomach. The Stefon Diggs situation is the kind of topic that splits the room at the local sports bar and blows up social media. He was a massive piece of our 2025 campaign, helping us get all the way to the doorstep of the Super Bowl against the Seahawks. Seeing a player of that caliber hit free agency creates a ton of collective anxiety. Is he coming back? The rumors are flying, but insider Phil Perry just dropped a bucket of ice water on that flame that we need to look at realistically. According to him, the odds of a reunion between Diggs and the Patriots are slim to none. The front office seems to believe that the chapter is closed, weighing things like his high salary, his age, and most importantly, the belief that the wide receiver room has evolved. The plan now seems focused on giving Romeo more room to work and the huge arrival of A.J. Brown. The idea that we are better off now than with the veteran is a bold one, but it shows the Patriots are prioritizing growth and youth around our quarterback. It's a high-stakes strategic gamble since Diggs is still a target that every defense fears. The danger only grows when you look at where he might land. Can you imagine Diggs going to the Colts to bail out Daniel Jones? Or worse, joining Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs? That would be a logistical nightmare for us. The fan base is split. Some think his veteran presence would be vital for Maye's development, while others agree that paying a premium for a veteran right now might blow up our salary cap. It's a tense game of chess where every move could decide if our offense becomes a point-scoring machine or if we'll be missing that individual spark when things get tight. And speaking of tight spots and big stories, what is about to happen at our stadium is going to hit every single one of you right in the feels. If the walls of Gillette Stadium could talk, they would tell stories of glory that feel like they're straight out of a movie. And the main character of those stories is coming home. In Week 9, when the Packers come to town, the air is going to feel different. It won't just be another regular season game. It will be the return of Tom Brady. But this time, the GOAT won't be wearing a helmet or adjusting his shoulder pads. Brady is coming back as the lead voice for Fox, making his broadcasting debut on the very turf where he became the greatest of all time. It's a bit of a twist of fate that he rarely gets to call Patriots games due to conference TV deals and recent standings. But the NFL knows how to sell a show. And this reunion is pure entertainment. Brady has already returned as a player. He's been honored with a statue and the Hall of Fame. But hearing him analyze our team live, while those 6 Super Bowl banners hang from the rafters, is going to be emotional and, let's be honest, a little weird. However, that nostalgia also brings up some wounds that never quite healed. Recently, James Harrison dropped a bombshell about the drama behind Brady's exit years ago. He claimed he had a direct conversation with Robert Kraft back in 2017, where the Patriots owner openly asked who was really responsible for the success, Bill or Tom. Harrison gave the credit to Belichick's system at the time, and he believes that perspective might have influenced Kraft to choose the coach when the divorce went down. It makes you think about the what-ifs. What if that conversation had gone differently? Maybe the dynasty never would have ended the way it did. Seeing Brady in the press box while the team tries to find its identity under a new regime is a constant reminder that the top is a hard place to reach, but even harder to stay. Fans are still wondering if the decisions of the past were the right ones, and every word out of Brady's mouth during the broadcast will be dissected like a hidden secret. He'll be greeted with a massive ovation, no doubt, but the shadow of what we had and the controversy Harrison stirred up shows that Patriots history is built on tough choices and massive egos. The past is knocking on the door, but all that really matters is how we respond when the ball kicks off on that autumn Sunday. The NFL landscape has shifted and the Patriots are right in the middle of it. We've broken down the impact of Maye, the new defensive signings, and the polarizing choice to let Diggs walk. With Brady's epic return to the booth and Harrison's uncomfortable truths about Kraft, it's clear our story is one of a kind. Which of these headlines is weighing on you the most for the rest of the 2026 season? Get in the comments, drop a like, and subscribe right now so we can hit that 1,000 subscriber goal. Your voice is what keeps this nation alive and kicking every single day.